Hello everyone, Shinto Bean here, playing some more Warhammer Combat cards, and the 5th anniversary event has just started. This is some footage I took a few hours after the event went live. Unfortunately, the game has stopped working with the release of the event. A lot of players were just unable to log in. I think there were some server issues, and the Combat Cards team was working non-stop to try to get the game back working again. A few players were able to log in. So, like here, I did log in, and I was going to do a video on the wild cards mechanic. You can see like the icon there in the top right corner of the card collection is the new icon there. Allows you to upgrade your cards more easily. Unfortunately, I couldn't actually claim some of the card packs. I couldn't play any games either, despite being able to log in. So the developers have been very open about with communicating about these issues on Discord, and they've currently put the game into maintenance mode, whatever that is, overnight, because, well, it is time for them to get some rest. They were working nonstop to try to fix the problems, but there's no idea of when it'll be fixed. But rest assured, it will get fixed eventually, and there will probably be some big compensation for everyone for the downtime. Now, just looking a little bit at the new wildcards feature, you can see here, this is the new screen where you can see all of your wildcards available, and how many you can have in your collection at once depends on your player level. I'm currently at the max level of 60, so this is like the maximum number of cards that a player can have. I did pull a couple cards from the one pack that I was able to open after logging in the game. So I got like a faction, some Eldari faction wild cards there. There's a common and a rare, and then we got one Necron common wild card. There's also the rarity wild cards, which are a little bit harder to get, and those ones can be used on any card in the game of that rarity. So yeah, really cool, really excited to use these wildcards. Here in the shop, we can see some of the new bundles, including a new legendary Space Marine character there. And then there's a new wildcards tab. Unsurprisingly, you will be able to purchase wildcard packs, as you can see here. So these first ones here are all Space Marine wildcards. So those are faction, and I imagine those will rotate according to like the current campaign. And you just get a mix of rarities. It's, I think, pretty similar to the drop rate for rarities in regular card packs for these ones. And then we got the rarity wildcards, which can be used across all factions. And since these are better and more rare, you don't get as many of them in these bundles. And below that, you are able to purchase bundles of wildcards with plasma as well. Now, we do have a few free bundles to get everyone started with the wild cards. So at the top there's the copy of the legendary Space Marine, and then one copy of an Orc legendary wild card. So yeah, you can use that to just upgrade one of your Orc cards once. And below that, we got a bundle of rarity wild cards, which can be used on any faction. So 25 commons, 10 rares, 5 epics, and 1 legendary. Which you'll be able to get your hands on and immediately start using those wild cards to upgrade whatever card you want. So I was looking through my collection and identifying which cards I want to upgrade first, the top priorities, and I figured out a few ideas for which ones. I really wish I could show you here. Unfortunately, I can't currently log into the game to show you my collection, so I can just try to talk about it a little bit. Basically, the things I want to take into account when using these wild cards is I want to use them on cards that are obviously useful, the cards that I am using currently for like my top factions, and I also want them to be cards that are already close to being upgraded. So only like 1 or 2 copies away generally to the next upgrade. And I do prefer in general, like damage upgrades, things that increase their attack damage rather than things that just like upgrade their trait. Unless maybe it's unlocking a secondary trait, which can be very useful. So yeah, I have a few like higher level, like older cards that are very close to getting some key upgrades. So those are the ones that I'm going to put these wild cards into, and most of them are for my favorite faction, which are Tyranids. So for example, I've got like Death Leaper, who is just one copy away from getting his melee attack increased to like 98, which is a massive upgrade. Parasite of Mortrex is currently in the meta, so I'm also, I think, 6 copies away from upgrading the Parasite of Mortrex itself. That's a rare warlord, so with all those rare wild cards, I will be able to upgrade the Parasite immediately. As for epics, I do have the Neuro Tyrant, so that's the Psychic Bodyguard with Fear, and that one is just 2 copies away from upgrading and getting its Psychic attack up to 99. Those are just the ones I remember off the top of my head. There are others from other factions that I want to upgrade as well, especially the legendaries is the most difficult because yeah, I have so many legendaries that are just 1 copy away from getting upgraded. Just looking at like the warlords, Logan Grimnar was 1 copy away from getting a massive health upgrade, but looking at the battle pass, the anniversary battle pass is definitely worth buying this time because you get, I think it's like 15 guaranteed legendary warlords in there. One of them is Logan Grimnar, so knowing that you can get a copy of Logan in the battle pass, there's no reason to use a wild card to upgrade him. So yeah, you can see here I was trying to claim that that free pack, but it just didn't work. So I was like, I'm not sure what I should do here now. But so I went back to like the collection to look at the sort of wild cards tab. So you can just tap on a wild card here to use it, and it's pretty easy to use, pretty intuitive. So you just like tap on a card, and then it'll bring up a little menu there, and you can tap use to just use it on any card that you have in your collection. You can't unlock new cards that you don't own. They have to be cards that you already have in your collection, and then you can just use those wild cards to upgrade the card like so. And you'll see down below the cards that are grayed out are those that I don't actually have in my collection, or cards that cannot be upgraded, I guess. It might be that I'm just holding on to so many copies of the cards that they're not available to be upgraded until I use the copies I already have. Alternatively, you can go to just the regular card upgrade screen, and you'll see there's a new icon on the bottom left corner, which you can tap on that and to access your wild cards and use them to upgrade the cards. So for example, the mask there was just 1 copy away. I wouldn't actually use a wild card to upgrade the mask, but yeah, here you can see you can use either rarity wild cards or faction wild cards from this little button to upgrade whatever card you want from the collection screen. So that's quite nice. And I wish I could actually show you what it looks like to upgrade the cards, but unfortunately the game was just not letting me there. So yeah, that's kind of the new wild cards mechanic in a nutshell. I'm very much looking forward to making use of the wild cards that we're getting from the free bundles, but yeah, any pack that includes random cards from here on out will have the chance of dropping wild cards. The odds are a little bit higher the higher rank you are, so we'll be seeing a lot of these wild cards, both the faction and the rarity ones, in the future. Let me know which cards you want to upgrade the most at the moment. Hopefully they iron out all the issues, but that's it for this one. I'll keep you updated, and we'll see you next time.